Good afternoon, everyone. This is the webinar for IT and computer sciences for bachelors. I'm happy to see that there is some interest here. And my name is Aiste. I'm the head of communications and marketing, and I will moderate this webinar. And yeah, so I would like to inform you that during the whole session, you are very welcome to ask your questions in the Q&A part or in the chat. We will see them and we'll ask them. Or also the other way, you can also raise your hand and ask the questions. This meeting is recorded, and we will have record afterwards, so everyone who are interested in studying in Vilnius University could see. And now we will have a brief introduction about Lithuania in general and about Vilnius University, what we can expect here and what we are proposing. And then we will switch to other presentations of specific study programs for bachelors. So first of all, Lithuania, why to choose Lithuania? I guess that very few of you who have been here in this small Baltic country, but we have a lot to offer. Besides our rich history and beautiful nature, Lithuania has a promising economy and excellent living standards. And we are EU membership, and that's why we are very fast developed country, and we are a popular destination for young professionals, entrepreneurs, and families. Lithuania today is open to innovations, has an increasingly digitalized society, and has a stamp of approval from hundreds of leading global companies who are established here. But underneath the ratings and all the rankings lies the most important element, our people, who are very talented, well-educated, and excellent in English. With a big pool of highly skilled professionals, strong research to industry capacities, and scientific breakthroughs, Vilnius is a fast developing and innovative center of business and science. This is one of the reasons why almost 300 fintech companies landed in Lithuania, and I can only name few of them, such as Google Pay, Revolut Bank, Paysera, TransferGo, Tesla Pay, and many, many others. And the success of this sector is attributed to a multitude of factors, including the availability of digital skills, where Lithuania is ranked number 5 globally. Now let's move to Vilnius University. Let's have a closer look. And in Vilnius University, we are very proud of our roots. We were established back in 1579. And this was the first university, not only in Lithuania, but also in this part of Europe. Back then, Vilnius University was established in the very heart of Lithuanian capital Vilnius, and thanks to this, nowadays we are located in the middle of the old town, which is also part of UNESCO World Heritage. Developing our university from 16th century, now we are ranked among top 400 high institutions worldwide, and thanks to our high quality studies and excellence in research in many, many fields. We offer 200 study programs, which have over 23,000 students in total. And in terms of research, our strength is attested by the fact that we publish over 3,000 scientific publications annually. Now, let's move to faculties. We have 15 of them, and we are the largest university in Lithuania. We want to offer, and we can offer wide opportunities for study for everyone. The faculties and the research institutes of Vilnius University are scattered all over Vilnius, but also in 2 other cities, which is Šiauliai and Kaunas. Sorry for this technical trick. Now let's move on to studies. And one of our goals as a university is to be international. Here are some illustrative numbers, and we offer almost 60 study programs in English, and about 2,500 international students are studying already in Vilnius University. And that is around 10% of all our students. We also are proud to offer more than 1,000 courses in English and offer foreign languages. Being international for us means offering various study and research opportunities abroad. Therefore, we encourage student mobility, offer part-time study opportunities for foreign students, and also invite teaching staff from other countries as well. Here are some crucial deadlines for applying to Vilnius University. You can find them online, but just to mention, the 1st of June is the latest date when applicants from non-European Union countries can apply. And then 1 month later, the 1st of July is the deadline for other applicants that are not required to obtain national visa to arrive to Lithuania, and it's easier procedures. Now let's talk a little bit about practical details. For our students, we suggest the dormitories at a very reasonable price. The total number of places we offer is around 6,000. And depending on the city, the room size, and the conditions, the prices vary from only 44 euros to 174 euros. This is per month for one person. And just to illustrate, this is much way cheaper than renting a private apartment, because, for example, in Vilnius, private apartment costs approximately from 5 to 800 euros per month. Finally, some illustration about the prices in Lithuania. As everywhere else, they have risen a lot over the past year, but here you can see some examples of the average prices of different daily products and services. And that's it from my side. I will encourage you to get in touch if you have any questions, but you can also ask them in the Q&A part and chat. And now I will ask my colleague from Information Systems and Cybersecurity Program to share their presentation and to introduce us to this study program.
So hello everyone. I and my colleague will talk about Information Systems and Cybersecurity Program in Kaunas faculty. So shortly at first, we would like to present Kaunas city. It is the second largest city in Lithuania. And we have, basically we are 100 kilometers away from capital of Vilnius. So it is not a problem regarding traveling part. Kaunas was a temporary capital, and there's quite deep history also. So not only the studies are interesting here. Our population is about 300,000, and sometimes Kaunas is called a students' capital because we have 8 classical universities, 6 universities of applied sciences, and we have 50,000 of students. Also, interesting fact that Kaunas was European Capital of Culture last year, and we are located at the confluence of 2 rivers, Nemunas and Neris. It is a very nice place to stay. And of course, most interesting fact, a lot of foreigners know that we are home of the basketball team Žalgiris. So those who like basketball, please join us. And talking about Kaunas campus, so our faculty was established at the heart of Old Town in 1964. We are located in the historical buildings of the 16th, 17th centuries with cozy Renaissance courtyards. The faculty is interdisciplinary. It encompasses bachelor, master, and PhD study programs in humanities, social, and physical sciences. So you will find friends and colleagues from different fields. It should be interesting also. and we host 800 students at the present. And now more about the program. My colleague, chair of study program committee, Vytautas Rudžionis.
Hello, let me introduce. Yes, my name is Vytautas Rudžionis. I'm chairman of this study program which is called Information Systems and Cybersecurity. And the students, let me first to say what the students of this program will study, will do. First of all, they will gain some fundamental and applied knowledge in informatics and computer science, if you are more familiar with this word. And they, of course, will develop the skills required to ensure security in information systems. So this program is not only about cybersecurity, it's also about information systems. And this program is not only about information systems in the general sense, because at least partially we're giving more emphasis on the cybersecurity aspects of information systems. The strength of the program is, of course, our team of lecturers. Many of them are true leaders in their field in the country, some of them even on international scale. About 15 lecturers are working in this program. And what is a characteristic feature of the program is that our lecturers are subdivided in about equal proportions. 50 of them are university professors in the sense that primary their occupation are in the universities. They are spending most of the time working in the university, while another part of the lecturers are IT professionals from the industry. But they are also coming to try to transfer their knowledge to students. And well, of course, it is very, very difficult to select the most important lecturers, but let me introduce several of them. And as an example, I don't want to somehow insult other lecturers who are also phenomenal specialists, but for example, such specialists as Associated Professor Vilius Takėnas, he is leading cryptography specialist in Lithuania. Darius Dilionas, partnership professor, is a chief specialist at the company called Intelerts. The company has headquarters in the Netherlands. The company develops various artificial intelligence-based products for the financial markets mainly. And you understand that if you are developing products for financial markets, cybersecurity is especially crucial component in this. Our professor, associated professor, Dr. Šarūnas Grigaliūnas, he is one of the best pen testers in the country and in the region even. He is very well-known specialist in the area. Other specialists such as is Martas Ambraziūnas, for example, partnership associated professor. He is chief developer of mobile applications in business companies. In many of them, he was developer of mobile application for international events, for example, etc., etc. That only 4 of them. I do not have at the moment enough time to present all of them, but please believe our lecturers are also good specialists in their area. And about general information, I will ask again Ilona to give some few words.
Okay, so let me continue. So basically, the successful graduates of Information Systems and Cybersecurity Study Program are awarded with a Bachelor Diploma in Computing. The studies take 3.5 years, so you start in September and receive your diploma in January, so you can relax before summer or find the job of your dream. And you can find this basic information on the website of Vilnius University, and in the bottom of the slide, you can see the path where you can find this information in more details. And talking about key benefits, next slide, please. So there are some things you will learn during the studies. Now they may seem a bit scary for you, but during the studies you will enjoy them. So You'll learn the design, implement, and maintain a secure information systems and professional access the level of security. Design an information system and databases, both mobile and desktop, which is very useful for today environment and today's world. Detect cases of hacking and carry out the prevention measures. You will be able to do that in virtual environments. Also identify the gaps in incorrect programming, access the files of cyber attacks, DOS and DDoS, understand the cybersecurity of web components, recognize cases of phishing. Also, you will be able to learn about security components, basic structures, assessment criteria and administration basics, effective firewall concepts, architecture and content scanning, perform manual and half automatic systems and software testing to identify security gaps and vulnerabilities, analyze and formalize the information flows in business enterprise, technologically justify the directions of the implementation of IT, learn about the legal regulation of cybersecurity, the specificity of information security management, and the management of security risks. So basically, it is not the finalists, it's only just the key benefits you will gain during the studies. But I would like to say that during the studies, you will gain much more. This is more specific part, but also you will have the practical tasks. You will have theoretical tasks. You will be able to work individually. You will be able to work in the group to share your knowledge, share your responsibilities. So just think about it, what you want to reach, what to get, and think about the study program. Vytautas, please continue.
So why to choose this program? One of the main elements why you may be interested to choosing this program is that there is, of course, a high demand for cybersecurity specialists in global markets. You can look to any modern country, and in any modern country, you will find lack of well-prepared cybersecurity specialists with good skills, with good knowledge, etc. Graduates may choose to work in any continent or to work remotely. It is even more important that in practice, each IT specialist these days must have good skills in cybersecurity due to increasing threats of material and information losses and to ensure smooth and functioning of modern society. And unfortunately, this is unfortunate. This is not because we want to happen. But unfortunately, cybersecurity will remain a hot topic for a long time in the future. Social, political, conflict, online, and will not be like this. But this I want is the reality of our life. Also, I want to stress that you will not only to study, but you will have also training practices. One semester, last semester, you mainly will spend to the training practice, professional training practice. Students can do their practice in respected public organizations and commercial companies, both in Lithuania and abroad, using Erasmus mobility funding in many European countries. We have a lot of partnership agreements. Our social partners that accepts, for example, our students for professional practice as such organizations at Lithuanian Forensic Center, National Cybersecurity Center, or such financial institutions and Danske Bank, Swedbank, such companies specializing in cybersecurity. Their name is Critical Security, Blue Solutions, North Security, very famous, very big companies that are also involved in development of various IT technologies such as Teltonika, Telesoft, and many others. That's not all companies that our students can have their practice, training practice, can work after that. It is simply impossible to mention all of them. And also, I need to point out for you that unfortunately this event happened not so long ago, about 3 weeks ago, but we tournament and conference on cybersecurity, so-called CyberCon, which attracts a growing number of participants from all over the world. The number of registered participants usually is counted in thousands. Career perspectives. The graduates of this study program can work as system analytics or system designers, software developers, IT consultants, security analysts, etc. And graduates can work both in business companies and in public institutions. We have very, very many examples of people, our alumni working in both in business, both in public institutions, etc. But do not forget one very, very important thing, that the success of your career, first of all, will depend on you. That's what we try briefly tell you. Here is context, my context. You will be able to give some questions now in 10 or 20 minutes later, but you will have those contacts and you will give me questions later as well. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, dear Vytautas and Ilona. I'm afraid your slides was not changing, at least for me, the last ones, but you can write down your contacts in Q&A part section, and then the attendees will see them and might contact you.
Definitely, we'll make the slides available for everyone. Maybe will be possible those contacts. Yes.
All right. So thank you, colleagues from Kaunas faculty. And just kind reminder, if you have any questions, raise your hand or write them down in Q&A section. And now we will move to other city, to Šiauliai. And please, colleagues from Šiauliai Academy, introduce your study program. We see, but Regina, we cannot hear you. Please unmute yourself.
Go for it. Now I think everything is going well. Yes? Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So good evening. I would like to present myself. My name is Regina. I am representing Šiauliai campus of Vilnius University. We are calling our academy Šiauliai Academy according to the name of the city. And now I would like to present a little bit our academy and study program, which is very popular among international students. First of all, adding to the ISTE, I would like to mention that Vilnius University Šiauliai Academy, as a part of Vilnius University big community, very, very happy to be among top 400 universities, the best universities in the world. And Šiauliai University is really added to this value, as we have more than 70 years experience of to educate students in various ways of study program. At present, Šiauliai Academy as academic division has a lot of branches according to the variety of study areas. So we have Institute of Education, Institute of Regional Development, where the programs of IT area are delivered. Also, we have Life Learning Center, where you can pre-qualify your competences, you can rise your competences. Also, we are very proud about the STEAM Center, where the students may deal with the practical issues during the study program. Students can relax in the botanical garden, which is part of Šiauliai Academy as well. Other information also what would be useful for the students, also about the Šiauliai city. It's the fourth largest city in Lithuania, and it's a quite old one, not so big. It's more than 1,000 100,000 people in the city, but it's a cozy city, and connection with Šiauliai city is quite simple. And now I would like to go to the software engineering study program, which is represented among and very popular among Lithuanian and international students. Duration of this program is 3.5 years, so the same as in Kaunas faculty. Students, they are starting studies in September, but they're finishing their studies at the end of usually December, and starting graduation ceremony in January. So this study program is full-time, and after the completing software engineering study program student, they obtaining degree of Bachelor of Computing. What is also important about the program that it's during the studies, it's possible to choose 2 specializations, or e-service systems or robotic systems. So it's up for the students' needs, and it's also added value of this program. The main continuing presenting the study program, would like to mention the main 3 aspects. What specialist would be after the completing software engineering study program. First of all, students will be able to apply the conceptions of software systems, as it very useful in various ways of companies and the daily life, related designing, creating, and safely managing software system. Also, students will be able to implement, adapt, and take care of software and hardware issues, especially in the business sector. And of course, collaboration aspect is very important in our study program. And this collaboration aspect we are starting to implement from the first year of the studies. Also, what is very important about the software engineering study program, you see on the top of the slide, it's investor spotlight sign. What does it mean? It's international qualitative sign showing that this program is prepared according to the needs of companies, according to the needs of European and other foreign countries' requirements. So it's like a brand name, additional brand name of the study program. Also, students who are studying software engineering, they can use Red Hat Open Innovation Labs possibilities. It means that you can obtain additional competencies to work with Linux systems and other computer systems by using these labs. So we're very happy about the agreement with Red Hat company and about the possibility of our students to use the labs and to, after the finishing additional courses, to get international certificate. So after the finishing software engineering program, you will get not only the diploma, but additional competences as a certificate. About the specialization, so we'd like to also mentioned what is the difference between this specialization. Of course, e-service system is more designed for implementation of e-services, management principles, and technological solutions of e-service practices. Robotic system is related to the artificial intelligence issues, architecture of robotic systems in programming, and other issues. So if we're talking about the whole content of the program, so we may say that whole study program consists of main study subject blocks, which is related various studying of various systems, various operating systems, also various programming, including procedural programming, web programming, also networks, computer architecture and graphics visualization, Of course, students, they are looking for they are obtaining knowledge in databases. Of course, without the mathematics, it's impossible to be a good software engineer. And according the specialization, so we try to provide deep knowledges in e-service system specialization by providing specific courses, key courses related practice of e-service system design, e-service software design and management practices, human and computer interaction subject, programming of embedded systems, and so on. When we are talking about the robotic system specialization, of course, the main attention is turned into artificial intelligence courses, robotic systems in developing frameworks, in design educational practice. Also, the students, they are studying robotic system control, algorithms, human-computer interaction sessions, software design and management practices for robotic systems, and so on. So it's a quite wide program with the possibility to choose quite specific niche area where the students would like to connect his future career and job. Also, as I had mentioned at the beginning, from the first year, students already have some practical experiences in our social partners, because this program is orientated into the various business, IT business, in manufacturing sector, and students, they are not studying only in the classes in the university environment, also they are going to the companies to try to solve the problems, to try to implement the tasks together with the mentors from various companies. This is very actually interesting and important for the students in obtaining and getting some practical knowledge. So the main question, why to choose this program? Of course, it's a high level of employability, not only in Lithuania, but in Europe, as Vilnius University diplomas are recognized worldwide. So with this diploma, you will be able to find job everywhere. You can find possibilities, of course, to internships, not only in Lithuania, but in foreign companies. And of course, you will be able to obtain practical knowledge even from the first year of studies. After the graduation, what comes after, so you will be able to lead a career as programmer, also a career in the IT departments, in the IT companies, and to become system architects, analysts, program quality specialists, system testers. You can work not only in the IT companies, but in the various financial institutions, insurance companies. You can even be a creator by yourself. You can own your own business and to deal with the various software, information system, databases, and so on. What are the requirements for the students who would like to enter the program? Of course, secondary education students, future students, you have to be prepare for these studies, and especially during the admission procedure, we are looking for the subjects in mathematics and physics. And of course, English language proficiency certificate should be added to the application system. All the information you will be able to find in the website at Vilnius University. So it's quite easier even to fulfill application form. Additionally to the study process and all the study activities related to the study program, so I would like to mention that Šiauliai Academy also offers innovative study methods. So some of the courses with the companies or even for the lectures abroad, you can do online. Of course, we are using various didactic innovative methods like service learning, problem-based learning, study-based learning models. Also, internationalization possibilities. So if you have no any academic debts, if you are motivated students, so you will be able to spend one semester or few semesters in our partner universities, which Šiauliai Academy has more than 150. So all our students, if they want to go abroad, they usually do that. About the other, I think very important aspects what Šiauliai Academy can offer for our students. Of course, it's dormitory. So Šiauliai Academy has dormitories. They are not expensive. Usually students, they are living 2 per room. As you see, there are some photos of the room, photos of the building of the dormitory. Of course, we have very modern library. You may see in the pictures, and as I had mentioned, botanical garden. And distances between the academy and the dormitory just by 7-10 minutes by walk. So all the study process in the city center, so you don't need to spend any additional money for the travel expenses. Also, some may be important questions students or you future students may ask. Will international students be eligible for employment after the graduation? Of course, yes. And after the graduation and completing students, you can stay and looking for the job. Also, you can find the possibilities to go abroad, as I already mentioned, up to 12 months, and to get internships in Lithuania and other our European partner universities and companies. Also, as I had mentioned, some kind of estimated costs per living in Šiauliai, it's a little bit less because we are a little bit far away from the capital, Vilnius. But in general, for example, accommodation at the dormitory costs from 95 euros per month if students living in the double rooms, and if they would like to live in the single rooms, it's a little bit expensive. So total amount of the money to live in Šiauliai, it's should be no more than 700 euros. And application procedure also. Aiste had mentioned, I would like to echo, June the 1st or July the 1st, it depends on the country where are you from. So these are our contacts, and if you have any questions, so feel free to write, to call, and you are able to do it now. Thank you.
Thank you, Regina. We extended a little bit of our time, but I see that there are no raised hands, and I see no questions in Q&A section. That's why I thought we can spend some time presenting. Don't be shy. This is your opportunity to ask directly questions from these people who are creating these programs, who are the owners of these programs, and if you have any doubts, any thoughts, any little even questions, please don't be shy and ask them. Meanwhile, I will like to inform you again that after this webinar, we will follow up. We will share the recording of this webinar and share the slides and additional links where you can find the information. So yeah, if we don't have any questions now, I think yeah, that's fine. And I hope that everyone who attended this webinar found some important information and some questions were answered by our presentations. Also, please be aware that this is the first day of our webinars, and we are presenting different study programs in different days, and also there are general sessions, webinars about living in Lithuania, about dormitories, and so on. And while I was speaking, I see that we have one question. I want to know about computer labs in Kaunas faculty. So,
Yes, I got this question in chat. I will try. Maybe you can be more specific what you would know about the computer labs, or about software particular, or about how many computers we have. So in principle, we have, I can say, 5 special computer classes. Each of them has from 20 to 25 computers. So the total number of the computers in the faculty is about 200. We have a lot of different software tools, about 900 different programs, licenses, of course, Microsoft products, all other products, etc. So it is really very hard to tell about each of them. Maybe you have some particular interest.
We don't see more specification on this question. So, yeah, if there are no,
Okay,
then
I see.
If you have further questions, then you can contact directly. And I see no other questions, no raised hands. So I think we can slowly actually end this session. And as I mentioned, we will follow up with the email with recording of this webinar, and also with links and contacts which might be useful for you while we will consider studying the Vilnius University. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, and looking for you at Šiauliai Academy.
Yeah.